Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, Prince Automation Destination. So in our last lecture of Git series, we discussed about how to undo the changes in Git. So there are two commands in Git to undo the changes, that is Git Revert and Git Reset. So in Git Reset, we have two more options, soft and hard. In case you are not already familiar with what are these commands or you haven't got chance to work on these commands, I'll request you to please go back to my previous video, which I'll be sharing in the I icon. This will really help you understand about the concept of Git Revert and Git Reset. And this will help you understand the current lecture as well. So while dealing with Git, we usually come across a scenario or we usually deal with multiple branches, right? So when we deal with multiple branches, as a result of it, we come across a situation where we need to collaborate or we need to sync the changes of two branches, right? So let us try to understand the scenario. One, so for example, we have main branch which is having commit IDs 1 and 2, and on this very moment what happened, a new feature branch got created and user 1, let us say, has made some changes commit ID with commit ID 5, 6 and 7, and during this time main branch also got some more commits by other users with commit ID, let us say, 3 and 4. Now in order to get these changes or sync the main branch changes into feature branch, what we have to do, we have to use some commands. So there are two commands in Git, that is Git Merge and Git Rebase, which can be used to sync the changes of two branches. So in today's lecture, we are going to talk about Git Merge, and in the later section, we'll be discussing about Git uh, Rebase as well. And this is very widely asked question as well. People are generally confused between where to use Git Merge and where to use Git Rebase. We will try to clarify this level of information so that you won't have challenges using Git Merge and Git Rebase. So let us try to understand this scenario. So we are using the very same diagram which we just discussed as a use case. So we have main branch which is having commit IDs 1, 2, and likewise we have someone has made changes in the main branch itself with commit IDs 3 and 4. And during the commit ID 2, new branch got created with the feature branch got created and changes were made with commit IDs 5, 6 and 7 respectively. So when we perform merge, what happens as a result of it? So for example, when we want to merge the changes of main branch into feature branch, so what happens? It creates another commit ID, which is known as a merge commit. So as a result of this merge commit, what will happen? The feature branch will have 5, 6 and 7 as well as commit IDs 3 and 4, which will also start appearing in the history. But this is because of this commit ID, and this commit ID is getting generated because of the merge command that will perform. So let us try to understand the same from the diagram, from the demonstration point of view. So we have main branch as discussed. So from this main branch, what I'm going to do, I'm going to create one branch feature merge, right? Uh, when we create a branch, we generally switch to this branch. So what I'm going to do, I'm just coming back to the main branch. So as per the diagram, let us go as per the diagram. So as per the diagram, what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to make some changes in the main branch. So what I'm doing, I'm, let us say, making some changes in the main branch because we are right now on the main branch. So let us say s out and changes and 1 second, changes in main branch 1, and to track these changes, let us see git status. To add these changes, we generally use git add dot, and to commit this locally, what we need to do, we need to pass in main changes 1. This is the commit message that we want to track with, right? So we have added this change. Likewise, what I'm going to do, I'm going to add another commit as well. So I have made another change And what I will do, I'll simply again use git add dot git commit, or I can simply go there git commit hyphen m, and now I have changed the message to main changes 2. Right now, this is what we have followed so far, right? And what I want you to track, because we have made these commits, so I want you to just track it. So how to track these commits? So we can use git log hyphen hyphen one line. So one line is to get the only commit ID and respective messages. If we want to use this one line, we will get a lot more of information related to commits. Okay, so you see that this particular branch has these changes. So what I'm going to do, I'm simply going to copy this and keep it here, right? So this is the changes of main branch. And now what I'm going to do, I'm now will be switching to feature branch, which we have created, because this was created before the changes, right? So as per the diagram, we were supposed to create before the changes, right? So we made these changes after creation of this branch. So this branch does not have these changes. So what will happen? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to now make the changes in the feature branch. So I'm going to the different file this time. Okay, and I'm going this, I'm simply going here, and I'll type in s out feature changes 1. This is the message that I'm going to type in. And when I will type in git status this time, it will say that I have this change. I'll add this change, and then I'll commit this change. In case you are not aware about the commands, we have already covered a video on this. I'll be sharing the link of same in the I icon. You can take a look from that. Uh, feature changes 1. This is the commit message that I have provided. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make another change. So I have copied it and paste it. So it will also lead to have one more change which we can track using git status. So when I'll type in git status, so it says that this particular file got modified, and I'll simply use the same commands again, git add dot and git commit hyphen m, and the feature changes too. Now to track these changes in this feature branch, I'll again use git log hyphen hyphen one line. So now you see that I have these commit IDs. So we will, I am noting this down because we want to track it after the merge, right? Now what will happen? So I just want to come out of it. So now when we will see, because we have seen that these are the changes. Now to merge the changes of main branch, so what I will do, simply git merge and main, because we are already on the targeted branch. So which feature branch is the target branch, and this is the branch from where we want to merge our changes into the feature branch, right? So I'll simply use git merge main. So when I'll type in git merge main, I'll see that I have got two changes added, right, which were added as part of the commits into the main, right? Now when I will use git log hyphen hyphen one line, I'll see, so you can see that it has changes of main changes 1, main changes 2, and then it has changes of feature changes 1, feature changes 2, feature branch. So these are the commits that we made in the main branch, and these are the commits that we have made in the feature branch. But how these two changes traveled or become part of history of this particular feature branch? This is because of this particular commit ID. So when we perform a merge, what happens? It creates one merge commit, and as a result of this merge commit, what happens? The commits of that particular branch also travel here, and it helps us in maintaining the history as well, right? Now so let me copy this and put it into the notepad. So you see this particular commit feature changes, this is same as the feature change, and this is again the feature change. So we can see similarly this one is from the main, so we can notice it. Likewise this one also from the main, right? But this particular commit ID is the new ID, right? So this is what we have discussed, right? So as part of merge, what happens? It create a merge commit or commit ID related to merge, and as a result of it, the changes travel to this. So how to confirm that like these changes come because as part of this feature, right? As part of this merge, I mean. So to track that, what I will simply use. So there is a command in uh, Git Reset, and using this command, what we can do, we can revert the last commit. So if I'll type in 2, it will come revert the last 2 commits. When I'll type in Git Reset head soft head 1, it will revert the last commit. So when I will so what should happen? So because as I have mentioned that these two changes, main changes 1 and main changes 2, came as part of this commit ID. So if I'll revert this change, these changes should also be reverted. So this is what we are going to verify. So if I'll revert this, so the changes are merged, sorry, reverted. The last commit is reverted. I'll simply again use git log hyphen hyphen one line, right? So when we will go here, so you see that the last commit got. So let us see from here. So previously we were having main changes 1, main changes 2, feature changes 1, feature changes 2, and this commit ID, right? So when we have reverted the last commit, which was the merge commit, due to that, what happened? It reverted the changes which came as part of that merge commit. So we see only feature changes 1 and feature changes 2, and the main changes went away. So this is what I wanted to cover as part of Git merge, or as part of this current lecture. In the next lecture, we will discuss about Git Rebase, which is an alternative of this Git merge. And in the same lecture, we will try to cover what are the benefits of using Rebase and what are the benefits of using merge, and when should we use merge and when should we use Rebase. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe my channel if you like the content. Thank you.